Getting started with lesson 6 in Access, we're going to work with a quick table template, and then we're going to move into design view where you'll spend most of your time when you're working with tables. Alright, so we need to open Access, and we're going to get to this. So we're looking for a template. So we're looking for a template named Events. So instead of searching through everything, since we know kind of what we're looking for, we can just type Events. It'll take it a few seconds to search, and then we want the desktop event management. So we'll just click on it once. We'll call this try 06, and we will put it into our folder on the desktop. Make sure we don't have a try 06. Nope. So we'll just name this try 06. Hit OK, hit create. Alright, again, enable content. Remember, just always hit that, because sometimes when you go through, you do some work, you hit that, it may wipe out everything you've done. So you always want to hit that first. Alright, you'll notice our little list that we usually have on the left's gone, your navigation pane. So if you just click it, it'll bring it back up. You don't have to click the double arrows, you just click anywhere on this bar and it opens up. Okay, you'll notice that you have everything kind of scrambled together. So we're going to change it to a view we'll use all year. You want to display by object type. So you have your tables, your queries, your forms, your reports, and your macros. We'll cover all these later, but right now we're just worried about tables. So that's how you create a database from a template. All of these are already pre-made. It has forms that people could go in, enter in the information, queries or searches, reports, all different types of reports that you would have printed out. Without any data, this is going to be blank anyway, but everything's pre-formatted for you. So that's how those will work. Alright, so we're going to create a new table using the template. So you want to go to your Create tab. You want to go to Application Parts and then Task. So Application Parts, it's over here on the left. Come down to Task. Alright. Under Task, what we're going to use, we're going to create relationship. We're going to click There's no relationship. So, and we'll cover relationships later. Hit Create. And then it just creates this. And you'll notice we have title, start time, end time, description, location, and place for attachments. So you have all this information already set up for you. So that's how you do that. So using templates saves a lot of time. Just like using templates in Word and Excel will save you a lot of time there. Alright, now opening the table in Design View, and this is where we're finally getting into Access. You want to right click the Task tab. Okay, let's open Task. Right click the tab, go Design View. Okay, this is actually a whole lot more helpful creating fields than the way that we've learned so far. Alright, if you click on ID, you'll notice it's data type, task title, short text, come down to the bottom, field size is 255, start date, it's a short date format, attachment. So the field properties are down here at the bottom of the screen. A lot of students forget that also. Alright, so that's basically how you can see all your data types. Alright, now creating a table in Design View, you want to go to Create, go to Table Design. If you do Table, it's just going to create a regular table. So Create Table Design. It's going to bring up this blank table here. Alright, so we're going to create a quick table. We're going to have location, we'll just call it lock ID, hit tab. We want auto number, so type A, hit tab again. Description, and right here it says it's optional. Most of the time you won't have to do a description, but for this one, right now it will. So automatically assigned. So that if someone's coming through, they can see that location ID is a number that's automatically assigned. Just hit tab again. Don't click around with your mouse because it just wastes time. So just hit tab. Alright, after location ID, we're going to have location, tab, short text, hit tab, there's no description. We're going to have capacity, which will be a number, so N for number, hit tab. Number of people could be a description there. It's kind of self-explanatory, I think. And then we'll just hit save. And then we're going to call this locations. Hit OK. It says there's no primary key defined. And on this one, we're going to say no. Alright, and what a primary key is, basically, it's a unique identifier for everybody, or every record. So a primary key in America is basically your social security numbers. So nobody can have the same social security number, otherwise the government would have people messed up. So the same thing goes with database. We want the location ID to be separate, because if two different locations had the same ID number, then that would be real confusing for anyone from the outside looking in. So to set the primary key, you choose which field you want to do, and which on this one's going to be location ID. You'll notice up here on Table Tools Design, you have, it looks like a house key. So primary key, just click it, and you'll notice you have this little gold key out next to the field. Alright, now if you ever click primary key on the wrong field, just go to the right field, click, and it'll move that key that way. Alright, but we want location ID to be that. So just remember that's right there if you have to set it manually. Okay, managing the field list. With this open, we're going to select the capacity field. So select your capacity field. And then we're going to insert a row above it. Okay, the quick way to do this, I'm not going to do it the way Book does it. Just right click, insert row. It's going to insert above. So whichever row you're clicked on, it's going to insert a row above that row. Okay, so on this blank row here, we're going to type city. It's going to be short text. Alright, and then in the first blank row in the field list, type state. So we're going to put state right here. Again, it's going to be short text. Alright, and what we're going to do, we want to move. So we're going to take capacity. So you want to select it with the little record selector. Remember the right pointing black arrow. Click out here to the side. You want to click on it, drag it down underneath state. Okay, and then that's how you can reorder. So remember, in Datasheet View, you would drag across columns up top, move them around. But here, you click and drag everything around this way. Okay, I just had computer issues, but we're still on track here. But you can see I've got issues right here with the word capacity. Not saving, and then this came up. But we can press on. Alright, so you want to delete fields? You can select multiple fields by clicking and dragging up the record selector on the side, the right pointing black arrow. If you want to delete one record, you could right click, delete rows. If you want to delete multiple rows, you could select a couple rows just by dragging, hit delete rows, and then it takes care of that. Maybe that'll get rid of the error that froze my computer a moment ago. Alright, we're going to add a new field called rental fees, and we'll say somebody that created a database put it in as a number, but then when you go back, you want to actually change it to currency. So we've been typing everything in as we go across the first letter, but you can hit the drop arrow and change it to currency if you wanted to. So to get an idea of what we're looking like so far, just right click on locations, go to Datasheet View, hit yes, you want to save the table, and then location, city, and then your rental fees. And by default it puts in $0 as a placeholder. Alright, location ID, pay attention to this because we're going to change the way this looks, but we're not going to change the field name. We're going to change the caption. To do that, go back to locations, right click, go to design view. So click on location ID, go to caption down here, and we're just going to put ID number as a caption. Go back to Datasheet View, hit yes, you want to save table, and now it says ID number. Now the field name is technically still location ID, but ID number is the caption. So whatever you put as a caption will show up up top here. Alright, and that's it for lesson 6.